Hi there, we are going to learn about ratios today and how we simplify them. So let's see the definition first. So ratio is used to share things out when we are being fair or compare some values. It is also used when one thing has a greater representation than another. So let's see an example. Okay, so here I have counters, and the question is, what is the ratio of white counters to black? So first, what you have to do, you have to count the counters. So if you can see here, we have 5 white counters and 3 black. And when we are talking about ratios, and it's asking white counters to black, it's really important to keep the order, so we have to write it down. The right is 5 to 3. Okay, now it's really important to understand the sign of ratio is this here, and we say it 2. Okay, now why is the answer 5 to 3? Because if you add 5 at 3, it creates you 8, and there are 8 counters. Now, if you remember when we talked about proportion, and let's say I ask you what is the proportion of white counters to the total, you're supposed to write it down 5 out of 8, because the 5 was the white counters, the 8 the total. Okay, so don't forget, it's completely different answer. Let's see further. If I have now white and blue counters and I need to write down the ratio, the white to blue is going to be 4 to 5. If I'm changing and I'm asking you what is the ratio of blue counter to white, first you need to write down the blue one. So in this case, it's going to be 5 to 4. We have 3 really important rules of ratios. After I showed you, pause the video and make a note of it. So one of the rules is use it when sharing out. Second is the order of the numbers in the ratio is important and written with a colon between 2 numbers. 3, 2, 1. Here is an example as well. If you have a basket of fruits of which 3 are apples and 4 are oranges, you can write the ratio of apples to oranges like 3 to 4. Here are some examples again. You could remember maybe from the proportion question about these diagrams. So the question says write in the ratio of the shaded area to the unshaded area. So the first one is going to be, if you check it, the shaded area is only 1, 2, and you count how many the unshaded, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pause the video and give a go for another 4 of them. 3, 2, 1. Grab a red pen and have a mark. Hope all of them was correct. Okay, let's go further. Here is another question for you. Careful about the order, careful about the colors. I put it down for you if some of them has a problem to seeing colors. 3, 2, 1. And here are the answers. Check it and mark it. Now, the next thing is we need to talk about something else. So, for instance, here the question asks what is the ratio of white counters to green, and I'm pretty sure you know now is 6 to 2. However, we can write it on this as 3 to 1. What happened here? We simplified our ratio. To simplify or cancel down ratios, we need to divide by the highest common factor of both parts. This we call simplifying ratios. Highest common factor is the number which goes into both without remainder and the highest one. So have a look this example. Simplify 16 to 20. So the first thing is you need to find out what is the highest common factor of 16 and 20. The highest common factor is 4 because 16 and 20 can be found in a 4 times table. So divide both number by 4 and it's going to give you 4 to 5, and this is the simplest form. One more example, 6 to 27. Again, you find the highest common factor, which will be 3, because both numbers are in the 3 times table. So when you divide both by 3, it gives you 2 to 9. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Piximas. I use partially your resources.